Hey, good morning everyone. Before we get started here, if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you hit subscribe. Also hit the bell icon if you want to be notified anytime we upload anything that's saddle hunting related. The other day, one of the guys on our Facebook New York Saddle Hunter Forum Facebook page put up a post about a problem he had when he was setting his preset paracord loops. And it's something that's happened to me, and apparently a couple of other people chimed in. They had the same problem. We highly recommend setting preset paracord loops. And one of the things that we found that makes it real easy is to go out and buy yourself like a 1,000-foot spool of 550 paracord. And we've been getting stuff from Paracord Planet, just ordering it from Amazon. It's really good paracord. It's been working out really well. But one of the problems that we've run across is that sometimes the spool that your paracord comes in, sometimes the end of the spool can come off. And I'm going to just show you here, like the end of this. If the end of this spool was to come off, and that were to untwine, it can become a real problem, because once that becomes a mess, it's really hard to, it kind of gets tangled up, and if it's in some of the lines in the middle, it can become a real nightmare. It can take you hours to straighten out 1,000 feet of paracord, and then you'd probably never be able to really get it back on the same spool the way it was, from the factory. So it becomes a real issue. So I want to give you a little tip, something that I started doing when I get my spools, and I should have probably made this video before, but I didn't. I thought it was a fluke thing when it happened to me, but apparently it's happened to a couple of people. When you get your spool, put it down on a table and really check to make sure that the ends of that spool are on there secure. Stick your finger in there, try and pull that plastic piece out of the tube if you can. And as you can see here, I can take mine out, and it basically just has like almost like a little tooth that when you push it in, that little tooth is supposed to kind of bite into the cardboard tube and hold it in place. But it doesn't take much to put some pressure on it and pop that out. And if this thing pops out, it's a real nightmare. So what I would recommend you do, get yourself some good adhesive. I just got some Gorilla Glue here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to apply some Gorilla Glue to it. If I can get it to work. Let's see here. There we go. I'm just going to put some Gorilla Glue on the end that's going to go into the tube. And that's going to give me a little bit of insurance. Check the other side of this too. This side seems really tight, but it's just a really good idea to, if you've got a loose end on it, check it out before you go out in the field. And what I would do is just always make sure that if you're carrying it in your pack and stuff, when you take it out, press both sides together, make sure it's nice and tight. If you got something loose, you got to be careful with it. If you have any concerns about it, maybe the thing to do also is to take a piece of the paracord and tie a loop around it. This way, if it ever did come unraveled, it's not going to go all over the place, and you can keep it straight. Because as long as you have something going all the way through and it can't get outside of that loop, it won't tangle on you. But just be really careful with it. It's I guess they don't want to spend a whole lot of money on the spools that are going to get thrown away, but for those of us that are carrying them in packs and we're going back, you know, a mile, 2 miles back into the woods, you don't want to have that problem. So just wanted to give you this tip. Doesn't take much, a little bit of adhesive. You know, I just got some Gorilla Glue, put it on there, and now I don't think I'm going to have to worry about that one. The other end of this is really tight. I'm not going to mess with it. I think it'll be fine. But I'm already, I don't know, about 25% of this roll I've used. But, you know, just be careful with that. So hopefully this is helpful. It's something that if you do get into this, definitely be careful, and hopefully it doesn't become an issue for you. All right? So climb safe and best of luck.